Hey everybody, I'm Brian K and welcome to this video today. Welcome to the channel, welcome to my video. Today we are going to talk about how you can sound like Jimi Hendrix in less than 15 minutes. Let's dig right in and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that off of a couple of simple chord shapes that will get you elevated into the realm Jimi. Here we go. Okay, we're going to take a look at two basic chord shapes here. Okay, the first one is going to be basically an A shape, which can be moved around. And you know how we mostly play our A chord like this down here, right? And the other shape that we're going to be using will be off of the big old bar chord we know, like if we're going to play a G chord, like a G major, or 3rd fret, we hold bar chord, right? And there's a few things we could do right off of these two chord shapes. You know, they're both movable, for one, so you can move them around. Okay, and for today's examples, we'll just take a look at like the key of D. So we would take that A chord shape and just move it up here to, on the D, the G, and the B strings, just bar everything, right? Get some muting happening. Don't hear anything on these strings. Just want to be able to hear the middle strings there. And we're going to add a note on the B string right in front here. You could use your 2nd finger, right? Right? And then your 3rd finger, 2 frets in front on the G and the D strings. You do hammers and pulls while picking. Move this all around and do this exercise, like you could do it like an exercise. Just strum, 2nd finger, 1 fret in front on the B string, and do some hammers and pulls. And then the 3rd finger, 2 frets in front on the G, the D strings, hammers and pulls, right? You just do strums and do those. And then the other shape we could look at would be, basically it's off the big bar chord, but you do a smaller version of it, which would just be these 3 strings right here. D, the G, and the B strings. Kind of like, looks like a stair step, right? You know, for a G, you'd do that up here at the 3rd finger at the D string at the 5th fret, 2nd finger, 4th fret of the G string, and then the 1st finger would be at the 3rd fret here of the B string. And you have a mute everything else, right? I don't want to hear anything there. Just want to be able to strum across and hear those 3 strings only. Same 3 strings as we're using for the other shape, only it's a different chord shape. This is also a major chord. And in this case, it's G. And you could use your pinky, and you go 2 frets in front of your G string here. And then 1 fret in front of the 2nd finger on the, 2 frets in front of the B string, the 1st finger. And then 1 fret in front of the G string, right? You do hammers and pulls with that too as an exercise. You could also mess around with picking notes. But right there, G, those 2 shapes, you can get a whole bunch of mileage. A whole ton of mileage out of just those 2 shapes. And then when you understand how to move them around, you can do things in different keys with it, but right now we're just looking at like the key of D, where we'd have a D major, and a G. Move that up for A, do the same things. And then one last thing you could do off this shape would just be simply that. So a good exercise would be just to move it around like in whole steps, 2 fret distances. Start on a D here at the 7th fret. Same thing, of course, with the other shape, the other chord shape. You could use this other major chord shape, which is the stair step. You could strum across the strings, right? You have this major chord, right? It could be moved around just like the other one. And use your pinky and just go to the note that's 2 frets in front on the G string, on the B string, on the B string. And you have the note that's 1 fret in front of the 2nd finger on the G string. Use your pinky to hit that one too. Same thing, use the same finger. You do hammers and pulls and strums and picks and combinations of hammers and pulls with strums and picking. And move it around like the other one. Move it around on 2 frets at a time, up and down, Get you used to what it sounds like to play it and what it feels like to play it. I hope that you've enjoyed today's trip to Hendrixville. With a couple of cool, easy to play chord shapes, with just some little embellishments that you can do, right off the chords, and start sounding awesome right away. Start sounding like Jimmy right now in under 15 minutes. Just spend a little time working on some chords, moving them around, and adding some notes around those chords, and voila, like magic, right? Instant Jimmy. Okay? So, if you like today's video, now please be sure to share with your friends, and of course hit that big candy-like subscribe button. There'll be much more to come. Once again, I'm Brian K, and thank you very much for being here today, and here's to your guitar playing. Rock on, be cool, see you again next time.